We are in the parking lot at the Cape LaCroix Bluffs conservation area, and the Missouri dry dock is right there, and you have to go and cross the railroad tracks. Yeah, you gotta be careful crossing these tracks. There is a train all the way down there, but you can see somebody else has been in the snow before us, so that's where we're headed. Well, that was fun. It was pretty deep in places up around the track. So here we go. We're crazy, but there's been other crazy people here. So there's a nice sign that tells us where the trail begins. And as I remember, this part is all uphill. We've only been here one other time before, not in the snow. And you really want to come in the winter because you can see really far with some amazing views up here. And you want a clear blue sky day. So that's why we decided to have some fun today. This is really the worst part of the trail because once you get to the top, it's a ridge. And the whole thing is only about a half mile and a half mile back. Oh, and we're continuing up. Woohoo! We can do it.
All right, there's snow, people like old trekkers I know. Prancing in a white wonderland of snow. Here we go, kids.
Woohoo! It's a little bit flatter right through here, and then I think we go up again if I remember correctly. Isn't it beautiful? So, getting ready to go uphill again. And the walking on the snow is not all that easy. It's a little slippery. So don't do as we do. Come when there's no snow. Unless you're crazy adventurers, then go ahead and come, because it's exhilarating.
A nice little trail for the brave of heart and the weak of mind.
You said stupid of mine a minute ago.
I know, I'm crazy.
Only in the snow. Otherwise, it's not too bad. We're almost to the top.
I believe you.
We lost the people tracks. They must have turned around and went back. But I think these are deer tracks crossing. They go every so often. Whatever tracks these are, they're not people tracks. They're too little. Went right down the trail. Whew. Made it to the top. Now it should be flat for the most part. Now's the time on the ridge. You'll start looking that way, of course, not through this gnarly stuff, for the views in the far distance. So this is why you have to come in the winter, because you can't see things through the trees. I see stuff out in there. I'm gonna get my camera on. And you see this from here on out on the trail. I definitely see the Cape Girardeau Bill Emerson Memorial Bridge in there. We think these might be rabbit tracks. We don't know our tracks very well. We can see things out there. We're not sure if we're going to be able to see them better in the distance or if we'll have to catch them again on the way back. Be sure to look though. Man, that was a steep climb up here through the snow. It's not steep otherwise. But over here, we can see a lot. The bridge and the Mississippi River and the Lone Star cement plant. I'm gonna look through my camera. Here it is. Here's a good shot of it. The camera's trying to focus on the trees though, and not on the bridge. Right through here you can see the bridge there, but I don't know how to manually focus this video. And over here I'm seeing things that I think is the dome to the academic. And I know the Hearst Tower you can see from here. It's all the way out in Oriole by Trail of Tears, and yet you can see it from here. Apparently you can see the Bald Nub Cross from here too. There's an amazing shot. You can see both sides of the bridge from here.
So here are some of my photos that I took where I'm able to adjust the focus, and you can see the bridge clearly. Sometimes you can see one, and sometimes you can see both piers. And just to the left of the bridge, campus very well. And I zoom in on my photos that I've taken on my computer and see a lot of things. And sometimes I think I can even see, I know it's a parking lot, and I'm wondering if it is the parking lot at the casino. Some of these photos, the academic hall really well, the dome, and you can see other buildings on campus and be able to identify them. And you can actually see other things in the foreground. It's really cool if you take your own photos and take them home and then zoom in on them. You can see and pick out so many different things. We see that there's a church, and we think that that's Trinity Lutheran Church. It's really interesting along the trail as you take pictures in different spots, how it's lined up, and the perspective, because you would never think that Lutheran church people would be in front of it could be a different church, but it's really fun to look around and pick out certain things in the photos. We can clearly see cell phone towers and other lights. In this photo, I happened to catch the Hearst Tower really well. You can see it in all of the photos of academic just to the left of it. It's in the horizon all the way to the top of the image. In this one, though, I happened to catch the lights coming on. I guess the lights are flashing on and off. Little dots on the pole. It's super cool because this is about 14 miles away. Crow flies, and it's all the way out by Oriole, which is the Trail of Tears. You can see it in all of the photos, but this one you can see it a little bit better because it has lights on it. Super cool.
There's the bridge. And right through there's the river. And on this side of the tree, it's the Lone Star cement plant.
So here's some of my photos, and again, you can zoom in on them. You can see the barges lined up on the icy, cold Mississippi River, and you can pick out things behind it in a distance. We can pick out dredger to the left on these photos. That's dredging the Mississippi River. We can see barges actually go up the river at times, and really so much fun getting home and looking at your photos a lot closer. You never know. I like looking in around too because it gives perspective that there's.
I was hoping with my camera lens I would be able to show you this, but I can't get it to focus. Right there, the two bridges, and right there, through those leaves, is the dome and the Hirsch Tower and the Mississippi River. And over there is the Lone Star Cement. Missouri Dry Dock. And I can hear the trains in downtown Cape Girardeau. How fun is that?
So the Lone Star Cement Company is what it used to be known by, and it's now called Buzzy Unisem. It's all the way down on South Sprig near Highway 74, but it's also very close to the Mississippi River. And this is very identical out on the trail, and you can easily pick it out with the naked eye. And so once you find this, you know you're kind of at a part on the trail where you can looking for other things.
He sees the dome. That's so awesome. I forgot I have an extender for my camera. I forgot to put it on. But it is right in there. Can you see it? It is right in there. You see the dome with the bridge to the right? Lone Star is over here. I said this was trains earlier, but that's actually barges out on the river. If you look closely, right in the middle of the screen, you can see a barge moving down the Mississippi River with the Mississippi Bridge right above it. And the dome to the left and other things in town. This is so cool. We're up here on this ridge, and all out in there you can see things all along this ridge. You just have to stop and take time to look through the trees. So you make it to the clearing. You can see the road you come into over there. See the cars. And this is where the power lines run. Now the trail goes a little bit further, but this is where we tend to turn around after we look at the view. So this is great clearing down the power lines, because all the way over there, now if you get off of Highway 55 and make a left, you come here. If you make a right, you go where all that stuff is. And you can pick things out there as well. Especially that checkered red and white water tower. I think you can see the checkered red and white water tower and the industrial buildings. We could probably name them, but not at the moment. There's the river.
When you get to the clearing where the power line, it's really crazy because you've been looking what you feel like is north toward Cape Girardeau, and suddenly you're looking west. And this is the highway that goes 55, and it leads to Halfco, and you can really see the checkered red and white water tower that's at Schaefer Electrical Enclosure. If you want, when you leave after hiking, you can drive down that way and see all of the things that you saw from a distance. Now there's other things you can pick out, especially if you know the area well. I think wood products is very cool, and a bunch of other things. So it's fun, kind of like an I Spy game, especially if you know the area.
So peaceful up here. Looking at the views.
I love the view up. I love the view up the ridgeline at the top of the hill.
It's cool with all the shadows.
Goes into the blue sky. Yeah. In contrast.
And then there's a valley over here. And I can actually see stuff in the distance. So beautiful.
Everything's all winter white.
I love it. Oh, he wrote me a love note in the snow. How sweet. Let's see with this if we can see the dome. It's right in there, people. Can't get zoomed in far enough. Just a gorgeous day in the sparkling snow and the blue skies. Happy, happy. Slip sliding away.
Coming down the trail. Had an actual butt pucker on that curve there coming down the hill.
It's good to laugh. This is not easy coming down, but we're gonna master it.
Oh yeah.
We said this is a lesson in marriage and teamwork in a marriage.
Yeah. I'll teach you that pucker move, but I can't right just when it's a natural thing, you know what I'm saying?
Danger. We made it down to the flat area. Whew, that was not easy in the snow. Don't be stupid like us, people, unless you just want to be stupid like us.
Think you're stupid.